Yo, it's your boy DZ, man. You already know it's not about the setback, it's about the get back. Hey, man, I want to thank everybody that watches the channel. I really appreciate y'all. I appreciate everybody that hits the like button. I appreciate everybody that subscribe. And we going to get right into this. Quando Rondo, right? He is happy about his 33-month sentence. He got sentenced to 33 months in federal prison. And he's saying that this is going to be something to give him a fresh start. This is going to be something to get his mind clear. And this is 33 months now. Almost 3 years. And this is something that he's saying going to get his mind clear, going to bring him back. And, you know, he said he's going to come back harder than ever. And then on the other note, they got Lil Durk under investigation for another murder for hire. And they on Durk's top. I ain't even going to lie. They are on Durk's top. And, you know, when they get in these situations like this, usually they find more evidence for more cases. And they're trying to pin another body on him out of Chicago where they say it was a retaliation for his brother's murder. And, you know, I don't think Durk is going to make it out of this situation. We never know how situations can go. Hey, Chris, I appreciate you supporting, brother. I really appreciate it. We never know how, you know, things are going to go in these situations, but them putting another murder for hire on Durk, and I'm going to let y'all check something out too in a minute where, you know, they were on whoever allegedly Durk hired to do the killing. And, you know, and this was last year, whereas though they was looking for these guys and they charged them with the murder of a guy named Stephen Mack. So somebody is cooperating in that situation. And in that situation, they are definitely cooperating because it says in the article a year ago that it was a murder for hire. But now, you know, Durk hasn't been charged, but they're linking him to the murder for hire. That means somebody is talking, and they have him in custody already. So it's not a rush to charge him, but I definitely think they are going to be charging Durk with another murder for hire. And, you know, this is my opinion on that. But from what I see, them feds ain't playing. They putting the pressure on Durk. And, you know, the people around him that were around him. And, you know, a lot of people ain't going to stand up in these situations. Everybody talks that gangster talk. Everybody is about that life until they get in these situations. Nobody wants to be in this situation, but everybody wants to rep it. Everybody wants to, you know, as you say, stand on business. But we shall see, you know, how things turn out as the process unfolds, because there's going to be a lot of things that unfold in this situation for Durk. And I know it's all coming out now, man. It's all coming out, man. Let me see here. 1 second. 1 second, y'all. 1 second. Give me 1 second. Let me hold up. Yeah. 1 second. I'm gonna let y'all check this out in a minute. And y'all see here, they got video surveillance of the crime, man. So I'm sure they done took it to the people who are ever, you know, involved and was charged with this, and let them know, if you don't turn on Durk, you're done. if you don't cooperate, you're done. This is what's going on. You know, say free YB. You said free YB. Man, listen. Man, if they come home, they come home, bro. I ain't got nothing. I ain't wishing free on nobody. You know what I'm saying? That's their life. Them jokers wouldn't be saying free me. What you mean, YPC? Come on, bro. They wouldn't be saying free me. So I ain't saying free them jokers, man. They get out, they get out. You know what I'm saying? That's their life. When you make them decisions in this life, you got to answer to them. You got to deal with them. And you got to understand, ain't nobody at the courthouse riding for him. Don't nobody want them feds to see him. So if he get out, bro. I'm like, I don't wish jail on nobody. But, I mean, you got to answer to certain things. It's consequences for your reaction. You feel me? YPC, Lil J, it's consequences for your actions, man. And we all got to be responsible for our actions, bro. Real rap. YB, you know, he took that plea to the 27 months, so he'll be out. He got everything put together in a 27-month deal, 2 years and 3 months. He'll be out. He'll be free soon. It's a part of the game, man. And, you know, when you live in that life, this would come with it. You know, when you out there running hard in the mix, this would come with it. And, you know, you got to accept that. I don't wish jail on nobody, but it is what it is, man. Now, in this situation with Quando, though, Quando is excited to go to jail for 33 months. This is like, I guess, to clean his act up. He gonna come back hard. You know, Quando's a decent artist, though. I definitely, you know, like some of his music. He a decent artist. He go in. But, you know, I'm going to let y'all check this news clip out real quick.
Rapper Quando Rondo, whose real name is Taekwon Bowman, will serve 33 months in prison. He pled guilty to federal drug conspiracy charges back in August. WJCL 22 News' Tia Maggio joins us now live from outside the courthouse. And Tia, you talked to Bowman exclusively after his sentencing.
Right, Shannon. Well, it was just hours ago, right outside this courthouse, Quando Rondo heard his fate. But Rondo is taking a positive approach, telling WJCL 22 News exclusively that he's going to be taking this 33-month sentence, just one chapter in his next story.
What up, Pop? What up? Savannah rapper Quando Rondo is in high spirits after being sentenced to 33 months in federal prison Wednesday afternoon. A win for the rapper, who faced up to 5 years. Family and friends piled outside the courthouse to support Rondo. The sentencing comes after he pled guilty in August to drug conspiracy charges.
I did the wrong thing, and I'm getting punished for it. So I want y'all to know that you actually get punished for doing wrong things. Just do the right thing.
Rondo telling WJCL 22 News exclusively he's grateful for the sentencing, saying it gives him time to better himself.
As crazy as it sounds, that's enough time to really sit down, rehabilitate myself, come up with some better plans, come out and move forward for my family and friends.
In a statement to the judge, Rondo talked about wanting to be a better role model for his fans.
You could do something way more better and positive and show the kids this is cool. Going to school is cool. Playing football from little league to middle school to high school is cool. Doing the right thing and walking down the right path is cool.
Rondo setting his sights on the future.
What's the future hold for Quando Rondo, of course, after?
Platinum records, diamond records, and more money. You dig? Watch WJCL.
Rondo will also pay a $40,000 fine and have 3 years of supervised visitation. Reporting live from downtown Savannah, Tia Maggio, WJCL 22 News.
Hey, listen, man. I'm hoping, right, that Quando's able to touch some of the younger brothers and let them understand what he went through and explain to them why he went through these things, and hopefully it'll make them see some things different. Because all that beef that him, Durk, Vaughn was into, and YoungBoy, they was getting a lot of money, right? And they supposed to represent us, and they all crashed out. But Vaughn and Lil Durk, I don't think Durk is going to get another chance. Me personally, this is my opinion. I don't think Durk is going to get another chance, because the murder for hire, the feds ain't playing with that, man. I'm going to tell you that right now. They not playing with it, and it's another case being added out of Chicago. You hear me? It's another case being added out of Chicago for Durk. And I'm sure them boys over there telling, man. They telling. They got Durk now. I'm sure they telling. And this guy right here, his name is his last name is Pal and 24-year-old Anthony Montgomery. This guy name is Preston Powell. Let me let y'all see Preston Powell, man. We got Preston Powell right here. Hold up. We got Preston Powell right here, y'all. Preston Powell. Now, this right here was December 22nd, 2023. They was looking for this guy, right? I'm sure they got it. Now, they already knew that this was a murder for hire a year ago. So Durk's been under investigation for 2 murder for hire situations, and he continued to rap about this shit in his music. He continued to tell everybody how he was sliding on the ops. See, you know, the new wave with these new young artists, they want to get out here and be involved in this get busy shit, right? And then they want to rap about it. I guess they really was thinking the feds was sweet. You know, they got these people with the mentality thinking that if you got money, you can get away with anything. And it's all an illusion. And the illusion got these dudes all caught up in these crazy situations. And you can see right here, right? It says the agency stated on Thursday that a reward of $10,000 is being offered for information leading to the arrest and conviction of Preston Powell, who is wanted after a man later identified as Stephen Mack was shot and killed and another wounded outside a West Roseland Youth Center. So these dudes went through the youth center, spotted their target, right? And let it go. And it's cameras at the youth center now. Come on, man. It said the development comes out weeks after Powell and the 24-year-old Anthony Montgomery Wilson was charged in what authorities called a murder for hire plot that resulted in the death of Mack. So this was a year ago now. They knew a year ago that this was a murder for hire case. That's because somebody was already telling. And what probably happened is one of them other dudes probably cooperated too. Now they got 2 people cooperating, and it make it more solid. And what they did, I'm going to tell you the game that they just did. When they announced this to the news about Durk being under investigation for this other murder, they expecting some people to come forward. They haven't charged him yet. I'm going to tell you this the game. See, they understand that when you put certain things to the public is already going to form their opinion, and the public is going to presume if you're guilty or innocent. But the way they present it makes the public already presume that you're guilty. I want y'all to pay attention to that. So Now they presented this, right? And it says, according to court documents, prosecutors allege that Montgomery Wilson and Powell conspired to murder Mack in exchange for money. So for them to make this kind of statement, they know details. You hear me? For them to make that kind of statement now, and this was January 16th of 2024, they had a hearing. That was their preliminary hearing, I guess. And arrest warrants were also issued for Powell. So they were looking for him. The FBI got him on the FBI watch list, and he got grabbed up. So they say on January 27, 2022, around 3:45, Chicago police officers responded to the 400 block of West 111th Street. On a report of a shooting at the scene, police learned that Mack was shot in the head and chest while exiting the church. Man, they shot this man coming out of church? Hold up, man. They shot this man coming out of church? Oh, man. Damn. The 40-year-old man accompanied Mack, who authorities said was security guard for the center, was also struck. Both were taken to a nearby hospital where ultimately Mack was pronounced dead. Police allege the suspect exited a dark-colored Chrysler 300 and opened in the direction of Mack and the security. The case was so bizarre, was so brazen, said Saban Johnston, special agent and special affairs officer for the FBI Chicago. The youth center is a place where someone gets to help turn their life around, to receive mentoring. It's where youth go to become productive adults, members of society, and this individual was targeted while trying to work on that effect. Yeah. So, and I guess they saying that, I guess the guy Mack slid on Durk's brother. So this guy right here and another guy slid on Durk's brother allegedly. Slid on Mack, because Mack slid on Durk's brother. And they were allegedly paid for the hit. And you think about it, man, it's the dumbest thing to take money for a hit. You never get to enjoy your life after that. You going to jail. You got to pay attention, man. You got to literally pay attention, man. And, you know, they got so much evidence on Durk because of the people telling. And that's all they need is two people to identify you and point you out in this kind of situation, right? And once they get the people to identify you and point you out, they got the case. You know, you think, you know what I'm saying, people are your people and your folks. But when you in this kind of situation, somebody gonna tell on you, man. Somebody gonna cooperate against you. Somebody gonna line you up, man. Yeah. It's the game, man. There's no loyalty in the streets, man. You gotta understand, you playing a dirty game out there. If you in the streets, you can't expect people to not tell. You expect people to go to jail while you run around and they in jail. Like, we got to get that out of our head, man. And people still got that in their head that it's a street code out there, man. It's all an illusion, man. Life is an illusion. So you saying that somebody is going to hold it down while you go to jail for the rest of your life is a stupid way to think, man. Straight up, man. You know, all we got is time. That's why they give us time. That's why your time is so valuable. You're paid for time. They take your time. That's all we got is time. And you don't know how much time you got on earth. So you got to be mindful about putting yourself in these crazy situations. Durk and Vaughn was in position. They was hating on NBA YoungBoy and Quando, man. And this is the nature of our people. We get to start hating on other people that trying to come up because we want to be the only one to shine. For what? There is no top in this game of life. You cannot ever be at the top, because when you're there, as you feel as the top, you're the target. You are the target of a takedown. If you feel you the only one at the top, they coming to get you, man. And now we see they got federal charges on Durk already. Murder for hire for the LA case. And now they bringing, not yet, but they gonna bring it, because that's why they sent it to the news, to get the people that's gonna come forward and cooperate. They're about to bring new charges on Durk. And I can guarantee you 2025, they gonna drop him. They gonna drop the charges right on Durk. Another murder for hire. And Durk tried to post bail, and his bail was denied. He really thought he was getting out. I'm hoping that the world is paying attention to this shit, man. The world, the entire world should be paying attention to this shit. No matter how much money you got, right? You don't control nothing, man. You don't control something. You might think in your little world that people that are up under you that need some money gonna do what you want them to do, and you control them. Yeah. But they'll be the same people that turn on you when in certain situations go left. And we already see in this situation here, somebody is cooperating on Durk. And it might be multiple people, more than one. It gotta be more than one person cooperating on Durk. Because they already knew that it was a murder for hire. They knew this already. This wasn't something like the feds didn't know. And then Durk continued to make songs. He made the song with Gucci, talking about sliding on his ops. Gucci said, hold on, the feds is listening. In his verse, he wanted to make sure he hit the rhyme, the feds is listening. They listening. But Durk thought he was, I guess, smarter than the feds, man. They only got, no, you only got one mistake to make with them, right? They can make several mistakes and still get a conviction later. You understand what I'm saying? This is the game, man. They can keep coming back at you. They can keep investigating you. And the crazy thing is, Durk thought he was untouchable. Do you see they got video surveillance? These dudes was using Durk's credit cards to book flights and rooms, and come on, man. They took theyself out the game, man. And I hope y'all youngins is learning from these dudes. I hope y'all youngins is paying attention and understanding that this is the stupidest thing ever to do. To get in position and trick yourself out the game. It's stupid. Dude in position. King Von in position. You got away with a lot of stuff. But you couldn't get away with that situation there. It didn't go your way. Now Durk is looking at the elbow, man. Looking at life in prison when you were supposedly the voice of the street. You rapped about all these killings. You talked about how you slid here and there. And now it's all coming back to bite you. And they not letting you out of jail. We see that now. They finding every reason under the sun to make sure these rappers don't get out. Especially when the crimes are at this type of level. They making sure that they sit in jail to the trial. And what we know is when you sitting in jail, they still grabbing more witnesses to go against you. They still got people coming forward. And you know, in the feds, they don't tell you the witnesses. They don't reveal them to you. So now you don't really know who testifying against you. The game, man. It's a crazy game. And, you know, they got us thinking that the more money you get, the more power you got. The more money you get, the more you are a target. The more you get loose, thinking you got the ability to do anything. And honestly, no. They gonna find a way to knock you off when you playing that game dirty, man. I can't believe though Lil Durk thought they wasn't coming and continued to make songs sliding. Continued to talk about these bodies, man. Tricked itself totally out of position. We got to do better as a whole, man. And we got to learn from these guys' mistakes. I'm hoping y'all youngers is paying attention, man. I'm hoping these dudes crash their own self out the game, man. Quando, he's happy with this 33-month sentence. NBA YoungBoy got 27 months, right? Quando got 33 months. NBA YoungBoy got 27 months. These dudes is going to come home again, and hopefully they change the game with their approach. All that beefing and you ready to go to war, they must been bored, man. They must have so much money they was bored with life. So they wanted to go ahead and put themselves in a situation where they trick themselves off the street. It's a dirty game out there, man. And from what we see, Durk done, Vaughn did, and Quando and NBA YoungBoy got 2-year sentences. Basically, got 2-year sentences. Quando almost got 3, but they got 2.5-year sentences, man. So who was the smart ones in this situation, honestly? That's what I want to know. Who was the real smart ones in this situation? Nobody. Quando and NBA YoungBoy got lucky. They got lucky that they able to come back home, man. Vaughn did. Durk Ray get life. They got lucky, man. Straight up, man. They got lucky, man. We watched this whole thing unfold. And when you really look into it, you know, a lot of people are hyped up about it and they excited. But it's stupidity, man. This is straight stupidity when these dudes was in position. They was getting money. And then they tricked themselves out the game. Then they played themselves out of position when they had the title. But I guess they thought, you know, Quando and YoungBoy was a real threat to him. I guess they thought that was a real threat. And they continued to try to go at him. Durk should have let this situation go from the door. I'm going to say, the young generation, you know, think it's cool to slide. But it ain't cool when you sitting in jail. It ain't cool when you don't have your freedom. And now you have to have other people maintain whatever you got out there. You know what they're going to do. They're going to run through it. Whatever you leave out in the world, they're going to run through it, man. You in jail. Durk was a dummy in this situation, man. Straight dummy, man. And for him to have his career take so long to get to where he wanted it to be? He got to where he wanted to be and tricked himself out of position. This is real rap now. He got to where he wanted to be and tricked himself straight out of position, man. Dumb shit.
Yeah. Hey.
And everybody that was supposedly hyping him up to go at it, they're going to be the ones that turn against him. They're going to be the downfall of Durk. When we see how this stuff play out, right? Because I'm sure Durk is going to go to trial, right? Because the plea, if they do give him one, probably going to be 30 years. Something stupid. But the only way I think that they will give Durk a plea is if he doesn't have multiple people cooperating, but which I think they do. So if they got multiple people cooperating, why would they want to give him a plea? Especially if they got the people that's involved, which they do. You start a label, put your crew on, but you ain't had no control over the crew. Or the crew had control over you. Cause damn, it made no sense for these dudes to keep trying to slide on people. The dumbest shit ever, man. They got our culture thinking that that's the way to get it done. Playing ourselves, though. It's like, man, you gotta be smarter, man. You gotta think smarter. Just because you have money doesn't mean you're smart, man. And this is what this is showing. Especially coming from the street. If you coming from the street, you understand to stay away from this BS when you get to that level. If you got some type of common sense. And I'm going to be real, man. People that got some type of common sense, when they get in position, coming from the dirt now, this is from the dirt, they don't ever want to go back. But these dudes took the position for granted, man. And I don't feel sorry for none of them. It's a lot of people that's been rapping a long time, wish that they were in these dudes' position. Wish that they had the ability to shine like them. But they took it for granted, man. And this should be a lesson for the younger dudes, man, to understand that you can't live and rap about this life. It's impossible to do. And it's stupid to do, honestly. It makes no sense for you to get to where you want to be financially and then trick yourself out of the spot to go to jail. Come on, man. When we gonna wake up with this shit, man? When are we gonna get this together and see that this shit is whack? Make your music, get your money, but to go to war, to lose everything is the dumbest shit you can ever do, man. So we watching this shit and we gonna see how the trial plays out with Durk. We already see Quando and NBA YoungBoy done settled their situation. They done settled the case and they smiling, honestly. Because if you really think about it, Quando doing 33 months is a way better situation than Durk's situation and King Von's situation. This is real rap now. Quando doing 33 months and and YB doing 27 months is a way better situation than what Durk and King Von got themselves into. It makes no sense, man. And I guarantee you right now, Durk in the cell crying to himself, saying how dumb he was. When you in the moment, man, you gotta really think consciously. It's easy to tell somebody to go do it, especially when you got money. But it makes more sense to tell them, yo, fall back. We taking it easy. Fall back. We ain't into this. All right, we going to let the universe handle them. Because basically, that's what Quando did. While they was chasing Quando around, they killed his cousin in the midst. But he had to let the universe handle him. You can't always fight fire with fire, man. And we see this. You can't always try to fight fire with fire. King Von tried to fight fire with fire. Got himself killed. Durk tried to fight fire with fire. And I'm saying, I'm wondering, did it make him feel better that these hits went through? Let's be honest. Did he really feel better about these hits going through? Hell no. Because now he got to sit in the box. He got to sit in the can and reflect every day now. And if you ever been in jail, them cells is small, man. Real small. Pacing back and forth in the jail cell is crazy. Especially when you came from a mansion. You hear me? Do you hear me? Pacing back and forth in the jail cell is crazy. Especially when you came from a mansion. Because you wanted to slide. Vaughn did already, man. The nigga did. It was a tragedy. It was fucked up. But he's dead. So you go out here and risk the level of success to get back and the nigga dead already? Come on, man. It's stupid. Anybody that agrees with going to slide on a situation, and especially when y'all started the beef, hold up. All right, it went too far. Somebody got took out. We're going to let this situation go, and we're going to keep rocking. But to keep trying to go back and forth, and then the crazy shit is, these niggas never even hit the fucking target. Quando still here. NBA still here. You niggas sliding around hitting everything else, right? You niggas sliding around hitting everything else. And the people y'all got the beef with, they still here. They gonna be winning. When Quando get out and NBA YoungBoy get out, I guarantee you they gonna be making crazy music. They gonna light it up. I can bet my bottom dollar on it. Vaughn dead. Durk in jail. 2 years from now, we say 2028, right? 2028. These dudes got a date, man. Vaughn dead. Durk in jail. YB and Quando got a date, man. Quando ain't even go in yet. I think he go in on the 10th. Quando go to jail February 10th, right? And they get to come back. They got another shot at life. They got this dude right here. I don't know if he telling or not, but I definitely know he a part of the hit. I don't know if he telling. We don't know that yet. But it was him and another guy that was part of the hit. And the feds know the details. Like, come on. The feds literally know detail that these dudes was paid for a hit. And they knew this a year ago. So if they knew that this was a paid hit, it was already told that it came from Durk. Allegedly. It was already told. The hit came from Durk. Durkio. Come on, man. We really got to be smart out here, man. We watching these dudes straight self-destruct, man. We are watching these dudes get in position, light the scene up now, you hear me? And these dudes make good music. Vaughn has some fire tracks. Durk got fire tracks, right? But y'all want to go to war, man. Y'all want to trick yourself out of position. Y'all want to trick yourself out of the position that you work so hard to get to. It's stupidity, man. And, you know, they got to eat that. You know, it's like free this and free that, man. Listen, ain't nobody coming to the jail when you in that situation, man. Ain't nobody coming to them court dates, man. I'm going to tell you that right now. Don't nobody want to be in front of the feds, man. Come on, man. We got to wake up and get a lot smarter and stop being dumb. Ain't nobody coming to the court dates but the people that's trying to report on this shit, man. Let's be smart, man. And I'm hoping that these young dudes is learning from these dudes instead of going for the same situation. You supposed to be watching these Lil Durks and King Vons and say, hold up, I know what not to do. But I mean, it's a lot of dudes looking like, okay, I'd rather just get this little shine just so I can be highlighted and I'm ready to go to jail. Just straight stupidity, man. A nigga tell you, right, I'm going to pay you to knock something off. Man, you better get the fuck away from that nigga, man. Straight up. I'm going to keep it a beam, man. If a nigga asks you to do anything with murder for hire, you better get away from him. Niggas talking stupid about sliding on they ops. You better get away from them. Because you know what's going to happen. Somebody going to jail. Straight up. Somebody going to jail, man. We watched this whole thing unfold over the years. We watched this whole situation unfold over the years. And nobody won. Come on, man. And nobody won. Who really won? Nobody, man. Niggas is looking stupid with money, man. This what it look like. This what stupid niggas with money look like, man. I ain't even gonna hold you. They know we stupid, man. They know. I'm gonna give you stupid niggas some money. Y'all gonna crash out. Every single time, man. Why we can't figure out how to monopolize the game? Why not? That's not in our brain. That's not in our, I guess, in our formation for us. Why we can't figure out how to monopolize the game and get the game under control, right? But they keep putting us in position, right? And letting us trick ourselves out of position. We think the diamonds and the diamond chains is what's going to put us in position. This is what you think? Oh, if I get a chain, I let the world see me shine. They riding with me. I'ma slide on everything. Anything that need to get hit, I'ma hit it. I'ma do what I gotta do. Yeah, my ops know what's up. Come on, man. This shit's stupid, man. And we watching this shit, and it's still young jokers that's trying to follow these trends, and they tricking themselves out of position every single time. YB might have got lucky for being on that house arrest. Being honest, YB might have been real lucky for being on the house arrest because he might have been out there trying to slide on something. Quando might have got lucky a few times because they was trying to take Quando all the way out the game, man. They had it out for Quando. Quando never got hit though. That's the crazy thing. These dudes did all this sliding and Quando never got hit. Are y'all paying attention to that shit? These dudes did all this sliding, right? Vaughn ran up on Quando, got his last smack in before his death. And anybody that think what Vaughn did was the right way to go about it, you stupid, man. I'ma just keep it a bean. Anybody that think what Durk did was the right way to go about it was stupid. I'm going to trick myself out of position when I got the bag? This nigga called himself the voice of the streets, nigga. Come on, man. Durk really called himself the voice of the streets. Now you the voice of the jails. Are we going to see this for what it is? Are we paying attention? Come on, man. Real rap. Durk said he was the voice of the street, man. Now you the voice of the jail. You sliding around, you ready to pop something, and this what happened? Come on, man. Let me see if I can see that clip. Cause they got the thing on camera, man. They got this on camera. The whole situation of when these dudes allegedly slid for Durk. They got both situations on camera. Just think about that though. Honestly, y'all. They got both of these situations that they're saying Durk allegedly did the murder for hire on camera. It was stupid, man. And I'm hoping y'all youngins paying attention, you know. For what? Some diamonds? Some jewelry? Come on, man. This what we out here doing it for? That's all we want, huh? That's all we want is some diamonds and some jewelry, and to be known as a shooter. That's it. They know we stupid, man. And you know, some people might not like how I'm saying it, but I'm gonna keep it real and raw. I'm keeping it raw, man. It's stupid to move like this, man. Ain't nothing smart about this. And you know, I was seeing a couple young people online talking about, well, he did slide for Vaughn. Like, man, nigga, is you stupid, nigga? If you become the tragedy of the game, nigga, you become the tragedy. That's what it is. You fell victim to the game. But I'm not going to put myself out there on Front Street to become victim of the game too. And you already became victim of the game. Come on, man. That's pure stupidity, man. Straight up. I'm going to be fucking honest, man. That's pure stupidity. You became a tragedy of the game now. We in the game. We been sliding. We running down on shit for years. You got caught. You became a tragedy of the game. Why the fuck am I going to go out there and do the same thing? That's straight stupid. It made no sense. And, you know, these dudes be out here getting high and shit all the time, smoking, drinking all the time. But when you get in jail and your mind get clear, it registers different. It registers different. Do you hear me?
Yeah.
I'm going to keep it a beam, man. And niggas is laughing at Durk right now, man. I'm going to keep it a beam. Niggas is laughing at Durk. They not clapping for Durk. You sitting in jail for murder and you was in position. You know, all them dudes that Durk was acting like if you get on a feature with him, I'm not fucking with you. They laughing at this nigga. They like, Durk, you stupid. You was out here boycotting shit, right? Saying, yo, if you fuck with him, I ain't messing with you. This was Durk's MO, right? Durk's MO was, if you do a track with him, I ain't doing nothing with you, right? The game that they play at this level. But now niggas is laughing at this nigga, man. They like, come on. You done trick yourself out of position. No nobody give a fuck about doing the track with you now. When it come to this point right here, who cares about doing a track with you? Huh? Oh, I guess ain't nobody thinking like that. Ain't nobody paying attention to that now. When you go to jail and you looking at a life bit, ain't nobody think about doing no fucking track with you. You in jail. Come on, man. Your freedom is more important. If your folks become a tragedy of the game, they became a tragedy of the game. You move on, especially if y'all playing in that game. But that sliding back and forth shit, you can't keep throwing rocks at the penitentiary and think you not gonna get knocked off. That's all Durk was doing. He kept throwing rocks, man. He went on there with Gilly and Wallow with a whole bunch of goons behind. Everybody in all black. They got masks on, rolling up, right? The feds is watching. The feds was looking the whole time. They monitoring everything. You understand that you can't constantly commit crimes, right? And continue to get away with them, man. It's like, all right, you did something and you got away with it. But these dudes thought they was just smarter than the feds. Like, seriously, for these dudes to buy flights, to fly out, to do the hit, buy rentals, to do the hit, follow these people around the city to do the hit. They ain't think these cameras was, I guess, all over LA. I guess Durk and his crew didn't think they had cameras all over LA. I guess he thought they didn't keep records of the flights that you buy on the private jet. I guess so. And these dudes was stupid, man. They was moving stupid, acting stupid, and now they look stupid. Straight up, man. Durk music gonna live on, but he gonna live in the can, man. And it's crazy to have that kind of success. And there's plenty of rappers that done been stupid, that been in position and play themselves out of position. And you know what? The news cover it. That's all. The news will cover it. They ain't got no problem covering your story. That's their job. You know? But this should be like a lesson though, man, to the youngins. Which a lot of youngins probably not going to pay attention to it because they still want to slide on something. You hear me? But this should be a lesson to the youngins. Straight up. It should be telling you this is the stupidest thing to do when you're in position. There's cameras everywhere. Everywhere. Sometimes you gotta just let the universe deal with people, man. Real shit, man. And you know, Durk had to sacrifice himself, and Vaughn had to sacrifice himself. So hopefully, you know, the next generation to understand. But if they don't, you know, they got a place for you. If you think they run out of beds in jail, you crazy. They ain't running out of space in that motherfucker. I'm gonna tell you that right now. The jails don't run out of space. They will make a space for you. They'll put your ass on the floor if they got to, right next to the toilet. I've been there before. You hear me? They'll have your ass right on the floor next to the toilet with two other people in the cell with you. Real shit. And they don't give a fuck. They want to make sure they lock your ass in. Man, we watching this shit play out though. And it's like, damn, these dudes had some talent, man. Durk had talent. He eventually got it together because, you know, I think when Durk first came out, he wasn't as nice as he is. He developed that talent. And I'm going to say that. Durk developed that talent. The old stuff, I couldn't get into that. I honestly, I couldn't get into it. But when he started to find that voice with the rapping and the singing, he brought that shit together. And I'm going to keep it a bean. Durk brought it together. But he thought he had some type of power that he didn't. And, you know, they make us think that when you become a rapper and you get rich, you got power. But from what we seeing to this day, man, you ain't got no damn power. You don't run nothing. That money is for the people that don't got money to look and think you doing something. You feel me? It's all an illusion. That's what that money do with these rappers. It make them think they got something and they are something. But when they want to come through and snatch that shit, what happens? Every single time. When they come through and snatch that paper from them, Rico, all that shit, because they going to snatch Durk shit. I guarantee you. You worked that hard to get to that level for the feds to take it. You might as well stayed in the street and sold drugs. Straight up. These niggas, they went legit to lose everything, to die. Straight dummies, man. I'm going to keep it a beam, man. Some people might not agree with it, but I'm going to just keep it a beam, man. These dudes might as well stayed in the street and sold drugs, man. But you know, they wasn't drug sellers. They didn't know how to do that. They wasn't hustlers. These niggas wasn't hustlers. They was shooters. Dumb niggas. Straight up. In position and play themselves out of position. And they looked at for what they are. They got people out here respecting this shit, man. Really though. They really got people out here acting like they got respect for these niggas. And they was dumb niggas. Come on, man. It's crazy. It's crazy how we think. How the fuck we gonna respect the nigga that's in position to help niggas, but you out here harming shit? Come on, man. That's some stupid way of thinking. You niggas had the position to help niggas, but y'all wanted to show niggas that y'all can slide. Y'all had the position to make things better, but y'all made shit worse. Like, let's be real, man. Let's be real. Durk, he ain't make nothing better for the people. At all. Vaughn, he ain't make nothing better for the people. Quando, NBA YoungBoy, they ain't make nothing better for the people. But what I can say though, and this being honest, from watching, you know, Quando speak, I think he gonna have a different approach when he get out. Honestly, I think Quando gonna have a total different approach when he gets out, because he sees something different, man. Sometimes it takes these kind of tragic situations though to get you back in line on some real live shit. This is some real shit, man. Sometimes it take these like tragic situations to tighten you the fuck up. But you don't want it to be too tragic where you don't get another shot. King Vaughn done, dead, fried chicken. Durk, he on the chopping block, man. I'm gonna keep it a beam, man. Durk on the chopping block, man. And I know, I don't think Durk gonna tell. He gonna have to sit down and do his elbow or his 30 ball. He got one of the best lawyers. So, you know, the lawyer might be able to get him a 25, 30-year plea deal. Because they already said this lawyer that Durk got, you know, the same lawyer that YFN had, he good at getting you those plea deals. And that's what happens in most of them cases. You know, nigga don't want to go to trial, man. These niggas talk all that shit. They ain't built for that shit, man. They ain't built for it, man. Especially when you got people telling on you. You gonna go to trial just to lose. Real shit. You got people cooperating on you, telling. What you think gonna happen? Come on, man. What the jury gonna say? When you got your bros up here on the stand now. You got your bros, you know, everybody talking about my bro. It's my bro, you know what I'm saying? You got your bro on the stand, right? And he pointing the finger at you. Saying, yeah, that's him right there with the suit on. Yeah, that's him. So what happened? Oh, yeah. Well, he picked me up. He paid me. I went and did the hit. Blah, blah, blah. Come on, man. We got to be honest, though, man. Why would somebody want to sit in jail for life for something that you sent them to do while you sit out and enjoy life, man? It's the dumbest thing ever to get involved with a murder for hire. You got too many people dealing with the situation and somebody going to tell every single time, man. Eventually. And then, you know, when people do certain things and they get away with things, they tend to do it again. They want to try it again. It worked last time. It should work this time. But until it don't go the right way. When it don't go right now, that's when, oh man, I shouldn't have did it. Because I guarantee you, Durk sitting in that cell right now, right? Gotta wash his drawers out the toilet. You feel me? Because you don't want to send your drawers to laundry. I'm going to tell you that right now. You don't want to send your drawers to laundry. You got to wash your drawers out the toilet. And you don't want another man washing your drawers. Straight up. Durk don't want another man washing his drawers. He might get a nigga to wash his uniform, you know, his jailhouse suit. But he don't want a nigga to wash his drawers. So you gotta get in there and wash your drawers in the toilet or in the bucket, right? And you gotta hang dry your shit, and you was living in a mansion. Come on, man. This shit is stupid. It makes no sense to put yourself in that situation, and you came from the bottom. It's like you gotta understand when to let some things go, man. You got to literally understand when it's time to let some things go, man. The voice of the streets. The voice of the streets has now been canceled, man. Straight up. I'm like, who riding with you now? When you go to jail, right? And you got to sit in that can by yourself. Who really riding with you? You could try to, you know, tell your peoples at home, oh man, post this for me, contact this person, all that, right? But nigga, you in jail. We really gotta understand that. When you go to jail, you go to jail. Don't nobody go to jail with you. You go to jail. We gotta understand that before it comes that time. It's every man for themselves when you go to jail. Straight up. It's every man for themselves. And it's going to be people cooperating, telling all the time, man. Durk tricked himself all the way out of position when he had it locked. Had it locked. You can do features with who you want. You can tell who you want to be on. You can tell who you want to do what with what. But damn, this dude wanted Quando dead so bad. That's what blew the spot up on him. Because he might have got away a little longer with the other one, right? But I'm telling you what happened. I'm going to be honest, right? When they grabbed Durk for this body that killed Quando's cousin, somebody came forward on that other one. Like more people, I guarantee you. Because they already had the information that it was a murder for hire, right? When he got this new charge, somebody came forward on the other situation, which they were already telling, right? And the game is crazy. They said, hold on, what's this say here? Hold on, I want to play this one right here with NBA YoungBoy. Hold up. We're going to play this one with NBA YoungBoy. Hold up. What they say with NBA. Little quick clip. Hold on. Let's go.
Other news now, Baton Rouge native Kentrell Gaulden, known by his stage name NBA YoungBoy, now faces nearly 2 years in prison on federal gun charges. Gaulden was arrested in 2020 during a music video shoot in Baton Rouge when he and others were brandishing guns. He pled guilty to charges of being a felon in possession of firearms and was sentenced to 23 months.
And Cincinnati Bengals quarterback.
Yeah, now, NBA YoungBoy, right? He got 27 months. He took a plea. He got the pill situation put with the gun situation, and he got 27 months. Now, these dudes is young, man. I'm hoping from these situations that they been through, they learn. they got another chance. NBA got another chance. Quando got another chance. But I don't think Durk gonna get the same grace. I'm being honest. I don't think Durk gonna get the same grace. They not playing with that murder stuff, man. Especially with the celebrities at that level. They not playing with that, man. Them celebrities that's at that top level, because they know that you feel you control people with your money. When they start seeing that you feel like you control people with your money, they gonna hold it on you. They gonna hold it on you, man. I don't feel bad for them, though. These dudes was in position, man. Wasn't thinking. You know? You got to think. This should be a lesson, though. This should be a lesson to all the up-and-coming youngins. They should be paying attention. But, you know, dudes don't want to pay attention. They think they slicker than the game. Slicker than a can of oil. And they going to hold it on them. You don't see too many people really talking for Durk. Everybody quiet because they know it look real shaky. It look real solid for Durk. I ain't even gonna hold you. They know it look crazy. Yeah, they know it look crazy. I'm like, damn. These dudes was in position, you hear me? They was in straight position. Straight up. Had it popping. And, you know, Vaughn died, what, in 2020? Vaughn died in 2020, so it's been 4 years since Vaughn got killed. 4 of them things. And now Durk sitting in jail with the murder for hire. All that bag, you know, nigga talk about they got that bag. All that bag talk, it ain't the same when you in jail. Cause my baby Pac said it. Money ain't shit if you ain't free. You hear me? Money ain't nothing if you ain't free. Come on, man. And they understand the game with that. Cause if they take your freedom, you never get to enjoy the money, man. And like I said, they gonna have Durk in there washing his own clothes out unless he want to send it to laundry. And, you know, when you send that thing to laundry, your shit come back brown. I ain't even gonna hold you. You send your clothes down to laundry, it's coming back brown, man. Straight up. Straight up. Your underwear, your socks, it's coming back brown, man. So Durk gonna be in there hand washing his shit, man. You know, unless he want to pay somebody else to rumble through his drawers. You never know. They gonna be in there hand washing his drawers, man. We really gotta pay attention to the game and watch the downfall and the stupidity of these dudes that had the shot to hold the title. We really got to watch this. These dudes had the shot to hold the title. But what I'm seeing now, right, they already know we going to fuck it up. I'm seeing that now. They already know we going to fuck it up. When they give these black dudes the position, they going to get in there and still have that street mentality. You know, because they don't want to be looked at as if they soft. That's what's wrong with niggas, man. That's what's wrong with niggas, man. Once you get your money up, you can't be worried about people looking at you if you soft. These dudes want to be looked at as gangsters, and you in a financial position that most of the world wish they was in. It's stupid. You in a financial position that the most of the entire world wish they was in, right? And you still want to show everybody you hard. You still want to show everybody you street. Come on, man. The objective is to get away from the streets. Not get away from the streets and continue to dibble in the middle of the mix. That's not the objective, man. Come on, man. The objective is to know when to have enough. And we already know that Vaughn and Durk been through attempt murder situations. They been in a situation where they had shootings and they had to go to trial. They been in them situations, right? But these niggas ain't learned, man. It's crazy. It's crazy, man. Now we seeing the fall of OTF, Durk's label, Lil Durk, yo. And I really don't think, I don't think Durk gonna get out on this one. And if he do, it's gonna be like a 30-year bit. I ain't even gonna hold you. I think if Durk get out, he gonna have to do something heavy. They gonna give him a plea to something crazy. Yeah, they gonna give him a plea to something crazy. And let me see, hold on. What this say here? Hold on, I'm gonna play this little clip right here. Hold up. Let me play this little clip right here. Hold up. Durky out. Yeah, news clip. They talking about Chicago rappers. Fried chicken, man. It's fried chicken, man. Fried chicken for Durky, man.
Higher plot this time.
Listen here.
Chicago rapper Lil Durk could be linked to a second murder for hire plot, this time in Chicago. These are images of the gunman who shot and killed Stefan Mack in 2022. Prosecutors say Mack was outside the Youth Peace Center of Roseland when he was gunned down. The FBI linked the two men charged with Mack's murder to Durk using texts and confidential informants. The feds believe this murder was revenge for the death of Lil Durk's brother. To be clear, Lil Durk has not been charged in Mack's murder.
Do y'all hear that shit? Did y'all hear that shit right there? Like, seriously. Did y'all hear that shit? So, they already know all the business. They literally know all the business. They just said, this is the news saying this now. This is a retaliation for Lil Durk's brother's death. If the news is saying this, where they get it from? They just didn't charge Durk yet, man. But they ready to drop the bomb on him. You know what I'm saying? They ready to drop the bomb on Durk. Straight up. And I'm going to play that one more time, man. They ready to drop the bomb on Durk.
Chicago rapper Lil Durk could be linked to a second murder for hire plot, this time in Chicago. These are images of the gunman who shot and killed Stefan Mack in 2022. Prosecutors say Mack was outside the Youth Peace Center of Roseland when he was gunned down. The FBI linked the two men charged with Mack's murder to Durk using texts and confidential informants. The feds believe this murder was revenge for the death of Lil Durk's brother. To be clear, Lil Durk has not been charged in Mack's murder.
That's how you know it's real. They just said all the details now. They just gave every detail through the news. So you know where they got that information from. The police. The police gave the information of the whole situation because somebody's telling. They got text messages with Durk, man. They have text messages from Durk, man. These dudes was on the phone like it's sweet like that, man. Come on, man. These dudes thought they had that much money that they could get loose on the phone like that. Come on, man. Crazy. Let me see. Hold up. Man, Durky, man. Durky, man. They watched Durky, like literally.
White Infiniti seemingly following this SUV until it pulls into a gas station. The Infiniti is then parked behind the gas station in an alley. The indictment reads, on August 19, 2022, at the Beverly gas station, defendants Jones and Lindsay and co-conspirator 2 used the firearms procured by defendant Grant, including the fully automatic firearm, to shoot at TB's car, striking and killing SR. This is TB's cousin, Savia Robinson, who was standing next to TB's car while TB was inside. The images below show defendants Jones and Lindsay and co-conspirator 2 firing their guns at TB's black Escalade. And this filing also includes surveillance photos of the suspects. Or
everything's on video.
The suspects appearing to fire guns towards those gas pumps. Quando Rondo, again known as TB in the indictment, who was the alleged target of this murder for hire plot, wasn't hurt. But according to investigators, he was actually inside the gas station when the shooting happened. But his cousin...
See, and this is what I'm saying. King Von and Durk did all this sliding. They ain't even hit the targets. Come on, man. Come on, man. They was better off enjoying their rap career, getting the money, and just talking about this shit on the tracks. Think about that shit, man. These dudes was better off just talking about this shit on the tracks. Why the fuck were they really trying to live this shit when they got the bag? Come on, man. Why can't we be smarter though? Why? Why can't we have certain experiences that we go through in life and watch and learn and become smarter? Why? It's because people keep egging this shit on. People keep encouraging us to continue to be stupid because we want to feel like we hard. We want to feel like, we get that respect. You know what I'm saying? That's how we want to feel. You hear me? It's crazy. We want to feel like we got a whole nother level of respect because we'll get busy. Come on, man. Nigga, you look like you a goofy. Straight up, nigga. How we make it from these kind of bottom surfaces to get up to go right back down? Nigga, that's stupid, nigga. Come on, man. Straight up. Ain't nothing smart about that, man. Everybody likes the music, you in position, and you allow yourself to be tricked the fuck out of position. Nigga, you niggas is dumb, nigga. Straight up, nigga.
SR, Savia
I ain't even
Robinson,
gonna hold you.
was standing next to the SUV and was killed. Banks, though, is not accused of being present when that shooting happened, but more was kind of this figure overseeing it and funded it. But investigators do say also that he tried to profit off of this incident, this shooting. Because in the superseding indictment, it states, following the attempted murder of TB and the murder of SR, defendant Banks sought to commercialize SR's death by rapping about his revenge on TB with music that explicitly referenced audio from a news clip taken shortly after SR's murder, where TB screamed, "No, no," after seeing SR's dead body. Told me they got an Addy, got location, go, go, green light, go, go, go. Look on the news and see your son, you screaming, no, no. And according to investigators...
Hey, yo. Now, y'all heard that as well as I did. How the fuck is Durk gonna beat this shit? How? How is Durk gonna beat this shit? He put this shit in the music video of the news clipping of Quando out there hollering. Come on, man. Man, you think the feds, what? That nigga dumb, man. Straight up, man. In position, money in the bag, and you taunt the feds like them niggas ain't gonna come knock you the fuck off? That's how you know these niggas was dumb. They really ain't had that real experience, I guess. Cause damn, you niggas gonna put this shit in the song right after the shit happens? Come on, man. Durk fried chicken, man. Y'all already know Durk has no way of beating this shit, man. Straight up, man. Ain't no fucking way Durk gonna beat this shit. No way.
When word started circulating that Banks' alleged co-conspirators were going to be arrested in connection with the shooting, Banks allegedly tried to flee the country. An affidavit filed in support of the indictment reads, the FBI received notifications from U.S. Customs and Border Protection, CBP, showing that Banks had been booked as a passenger on 2 international flights, a one-way flight from Miami to Dubai, United Arab Emirates, connecting through Doha, Qatar, scheduled to depart the evening of October 24th, and a one-way flight from Fort Lauderdale to Switzerland, connecting via New Jersey, also scheduled to depart the evening of October 24th. Banks did not board either flight. And I believe that there was also another flight about going to Italy as well, but obviously he didn't jump on any of those flights. He was arrested. And he was booked into the Howard County Jail in Florida. He was extradited back.
Man, that was Durk's last day on the street. You hear me? That was Durk's last day on the street. Straight up. That was his last day on the street, man. Durk made the feds' dick get hard. I ain't even gonna hold you. Durk literally made, when the feds got all this evidence and him putting in the song, he made a dick get hard. They didn't even have to do no homework. Durk did the homework for him. He said, here's everything you need, guys. Just go get my album. Straight dumb nigga, man. And, you know, people support this shit, man. Straight up. People support this shit. It's like a lot of young niggas like, yo, he was sliding for Vaughn, man. He was sliding. Nigga, you sound dumb as fuck, nigga. Straight up, man. Yeah, they get cocky every time, don't they, JB? Every time these niggas get cocky, man. This was the dumbest shit ever. Come on, man. In position, money up, do what you want, right? But you still want to slide for Vaughn. Vaughn was a tragedy of the game, man. It happens, man. When somebody is a tragedy of the game, you got to know when to let shit go. See, we don't know when to let shit go. We don't know when to leave the streets alone. We just don't know this shit. We don't understand when enough is enough. That's why we always get to certain levels and trick ourselves out the fucking game. Every fucking time. We got to understand that. Enough is enough, man. All right, y'all had a little war going on. Vaughn was the tragedy of the war. You got to accept this shit, bro. Bro said, fuck it, I'm going to continue to slide and trick this self off the street and gave the feds every piece of evidence they need. The nigga made a video right after Quando's cousin got killed and put the news clip in the damn video, man. Oh, man. Man, we watched this shit, man. Everybody watched this shit, man. And it's crazy. You said, thing about life is when you feel like many have gotten away with something, you feel like you can't always do it. You said, thing about life, when you feel like you may have gotten away with something, you feel like you can't always do it. I think that you said, you mean to say they feel like they can always do it? Because, yeah, dudes think that after they do something, they do get away with it. I can do it again. I'm going to just do it a little better. And usually they do it more stupid. You know, when you committing these kind of crimes, ain't no perfect way to do it. It's no perfect way to do it when you out there trying to get people killed. Ain't no damn perfect way to do that shit, man. It ain't worth it. Let the universe deal with them. They gonna die one day any goddamn way. Like, come on, man. We all gonna die. You know? And you know everybody want to use karma when it's your turn to die. So they could have just waited for karma. You know? It's your turn to die. All right, that was karma. Nah. Them niggas went and tried to slide and slid theyself in the ground and in jail. Think about this shit, man. These dudes went to slide so bad, they slid themselves in the ground and in jail. Come on. Now, if this is not making the young niggas wake up and look at it a little different, I don't know what the fuck will. Real shit. Real shit. Yeah, they always think they can't get it caught. But it's because they got the money. They think because I got this paper, I can get away. I could buy my way. You know, they still looking at the 80s when some of them crime bosses bought their way out of shit. They not looking at the 90s when these niggas got knocked off and they wasn't playing. They looking at some old shit. You know, they looking at like, okay, well, these dudes with money got away with it. Shit, I could buy my way. You can't buy your way out of shit now. Real shit. It has to be a technicality in the situation to buy yourself out of ways. You hear me? It has to be a technicality. So that's the only way Durk can get back. The money ain't going to get you out of it. Not now. Because they want to make an example out of you. They want to have that rep on you that I took Durk down. Y'all know this, man. They want to have that rep. Yeah, I got Lil Durk. And these dudes are feeding it to him real easy. Y'all see this shit, man. When we watch these artists now, they feeding it to him easy. Here, take it. This the case. I put it all in the song. Real shit. You know what I'm saying, JB? They like, yo, here, take it. I put everything in the song for you, right? You don't even have to decode it because I'm directly telling you what I did, when I did it, and who I did it to. Straight up. I know y'all gotta feel me on that. Cause this is what they doing, man. They putting this shit in the song. They not even decoding this shit. They directly saying what they did. And everybody got the music. So it's like, all right, well, whenever you ready to lock me up, just get my album and bring it to court with me. And now you know, oh, you're not supposed to use my music against me. It's art. Well, damn, nigga, you put the damn news clip inside your song showing Quando out there crying. Let's be real with this shit, man. Durk put inside the video of Quando out here crying with his dead cousin on the ground, and he rapped about this shit. And they want us to feel sorry or look at it like he didn't do it. Come on, man. Straight up, man. It's like, nah, nigga, you gave it to him. You put it on the table for him. Straight up. We can't look at something and act like we don't see it now. Nah, we see it. Crazy thing is, Vaughn's death was karma from him killing others. And that's where I'm at with that too, JB. I'm straight feeling the same way. They said Vaughn had a whole bunch of bodies, man. They said Vaughn was sliding on shit left and right. And a fight that he got into caused him to get shot. This one time where he wanted to throw hands and he ain't want to bust his gun, right? It cost him. He should have stick to what he was doing. But nah, he thought, listen, I'm going to run down on Quando and smack him up to make him look like a bitch, right? Because he felt, I got to show my masculinity in front of everybody. And it cost him his life, man. That was his karma. It was his time. You feel me? It was definitely his time. And you know, I don't feel sorry for this shit. Nobody feels sorry for me when I'm going through something. So, you know, it is what it is. We need to understand to do better out this motherfucker, man. Straight up. That's what we need to understand. We need to come together and understand about doing better as a culture. And stop allowing these dumbass situations to take us out the game beefing with each other. That's what the fuck we need to learn. We keep allowing these dumbass situations to trick us out of position when we already there. How the fuck we come from the bottom as, you know, being broke now, no money. Nigga cry like a motherfucker. Nigga wants some money, he will cry like a motherfucker, bro. Then you get the money and forget how broke you was. These niggas was broke at one time. Straight up. Scraping the bottom. Even when Durk first got in the industry, his music wasn't popping like that. That shit wasn't popping like that. Come on, man. Now he made it to the level. And you really think the money, like he tried to run, he tried to really run and thinking that he was going to book different flights to get out the country, man. They got this shit designed where you can't roll that fast. It's designed. You got to book the flight. You got to board the flight. So if they got an APB out on your ass, they going to be there waiting for you. Come on, man. And I'm sure they already was on Durk's flights before. They've been watching Durk travel for months, years. They just knew that this was the time to run in this motherfucker. And Durk tried to roll after his people was grabbed up. Man, we see this shit, man. The game. And I'm hoping these new youngers is learning, man. Y'all need to be paying attention to this shit, man. Because all we doing is getting in position and playing ourselves for a watch and a chain. Come on, man. And when you go to jail, somebody gonna sell that shit. That's the crazy thing. When you go to jail, they gonna sell that watch and chain. They selling your car. They spending your money. When you go to jail, they selling all your shit and they spending your money, man. This how life goes. Especially your peoples. Especially your peoples. When you go to jail, they gonna spend that money, man. They ain't holding it down for you. And we see this shit though, man. Durkio played himself out of position, man. Straight up.
To California, he was moving cross country, appeared in this federal courtroom in Los Angeles last week for his arraignment. He entered a not guilty plea. And by the way, his trial is set to start soon. It's scheduled right now for January 7th, 2025. There's going to be several pretrial hearings in November and December, but that is really, really fast. I don't know if that trial date's going to stay.
Hold up.
But one of those hearings in December is going to be about the possibility.
Yo, Durk got locked up in October. Man, Durk cooked, man. Straight up. I'm going to keep it a fucking 100 with you. He cooked. They had his trial date scheduled for 3 months after they grabbed him. They even pushed Diddy shit back 6-7 months. They had his trial date scheduled for January, man. Durk cooked, man. Ain't no way Durk beating that shit, man. Ain't no way beating that shit.
Possibility of bond.
He gonna have to take
right
a 30
now he
ball.
remains behind bars, and I should tell you, if he's convicted, or if they are convicted, all the defendants face a maximum of life in federal prison. And we've just learned that Banks has reportedly secured the legal services of Drew Findling, who is a prominent Atlanta lawyer who represented rappers like Lil Baby in the past. And by the way, Lil Durk's Deep Thoughts album, it was supposed to be released later this month, but that's now being pushed back to at least the end of January. I want to bring back in friend of the show, Detective Eric Barnes, to talk more about this. So, Detective Barnes, you can see how investigators move their way through this case, gathering evidence, piecing together the pieces, the parts of this puzzle. Look, these are all allegations at this point, but what are your initial takes on this investigation?
It seems in this investigation that the detectives were very meticulous with collecting their information. They didn't get in any rush to go out and make an arrest. Obviously, anytime that you're making a high-profile arrest or dealing with a high-profile investigation, the last thing you want to do is prematurely go and arrest someone of the caliber of Lil Durk, because you know you're going to be on the front page of the newspaper, and it's either going to give you positive exposure to your case or it's going to expose your investigation.
See, and I want to say this to this, right? I got to say this to this. See, with Durk thinking that he's going to hire Drew Findlay, he's going to make a miracle happen, he got to understand that these prosecutors made sure they put this indictment forward correctly. I guarantee you. Because they knew he's going to have the best fucking attorney. Straight up. They know Durk is going to have the best fucking attorney. So we got to make sure this shit right. One motherfucking loophole might can fuck the case up. So they made sure they did their investigation right. I guarantee you. They had his trial date scheduled for next month. They just grabbed him in October. Man, y'all know what it is, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Straight up.
What do you think's the strongest evidence right now tying back to him?
The strongest evidence that I could see in reading through the indictment is that, you know, his organization, OTF, Only the Family, his credit cards were used by members of this organization to purchase and kind of coordinate the movement that was needed to make the murder happen.
Do you think there's an argument when he sends that text message, like, don't book any flights under my name? I've talked about this on previous sidebars, but could he be saying, I don't want any part of this. Don't put me on any of this. You do whatever you think you need to do. Keep me out of it. Maybe, but then you look at the allegations that he was profiting off of the killing afterwards. That would be maybe a tough sell to say he didn't either know what was going on or didn't have a part in it, right?
I think so.
Yeah.
Another question I think you also have to ask is, if you knew that this situation was going to take place, do you have an obligation to report it to authorities? Obviously within this culture, snitching is something that's looked down on. But if someone's going to use one of my credit cards to go and commit a murder, I may not call the police, but I'm definitely going to call the credit card company
and cancel it
and block any charges that are coming up.
Yes, sir.
He could maybe say, I didn't know they were going to do that. Let me ask you this. With murder for hire cases, I've always been fascinated by this. Don't you feel it's a little ironic? The goal, of course, would be, if you take the allegations as true in this case or other cases, is the mastermind behind it doesn't want anything leaking back to him. But sometimes in these cases, there is the biggest evidence trail of all. Paper trail, digital trail, messages, financial trail, right? Don't you see that? I mean, that's
every time.
You might say there's not a lot of evidence against Mr. Banks here, but there's at least something to warrant charges.
Yeah.
I believe that just the distance from Chicago to where they went in California was the biggest obstacle for them, because the only way for them to be able to travel and make this murder happen, they had to make arrangements. And you can't walk into an airport and pay cash for a plane ticket. You have to use electronic means to be able to get on a plane and rent cars. So they definitely left a paper trail on this that I think was the quote unquote smoking gun.
There's a part in the indictment when they talk about co-conspirators either known or unknown. Does that mean that investigators are still looking into other people who might be connected to this?
I believe that also when you talk about known or unknown, it alludes to the fact that there are other individuals out there that do have knowledge of this and maybe aren't fully ready to cooperate at this point.
What would lead them to cooperate?
There's a lot of different things that can cause somebody to cooperate. It could be maybe at this point in time, they just don't feel comfortable. They could be working through other charges on themselves, that they may be currently charged with, different court cases. Also there's a lot of back and forth now, because you have individuals that were part of an organization that ultimately chose to turn against other members of the organization. So it's causing
Yeah, I was going to ask you that, because can I read you something? Can I read you
Yes.
something from the indictment? One of the overt acts, so in order to prove this kind of conspiracy, it's not just a criminal agreement, you need overt acts, steps that are taken. This is overt act number 25. On August 19th, 2022, defendants Grant, Wilson, Jones, Lindsay, and Houston, and co-conspirator 2, so this person's not named, traveled to a hamburger restaurant in Los Angeles County where the co-conspirators discussed, among other things, payments to defendants Jones and Lindsay for the shooting earlier that day. The only way, correct?
And what I'm going to say to that is, co-conspirator 2 is the one telling everything. Anybody named that's redacted out of the case, they're the ones that's cooperating. And in this situation, that's who's cooperating on Durk. He's the one that has the direct link to what happened. He's the one that's probably going to get the 20-year plea deal. So Durk probably going to, I'm sure he's not going to cooperate because, he's trying to hold to this gangster standard, but he fried chicken, man. I'm going to keep it a bean with you. Durk is fried chicken. Straight up. He fried chicken, man. We got to keep this a bean. They got a lot going on here, man. It's confidential informants throughout the whole case in this situation and in the situation that he hasn't even been indicted with yet. You hear me? He hasn't been indicted with the Chicago murder, with the Stephen Mack, the guy that was supposedly was the retaliation hit for his brother, right? So he got a lot going on. And Durk, yeah, he was sliding for jokers. He slid for his brother. He slid for Vaughn. But it's like, for us, we got to understand, when somebody, if you in that game out there, when somebody falls victim to the game, they fell victim. That's what it is. We really got to understand that, And I guess, Durk thought he was going to be able to continue to slide. Man, they going to come, man. Once you start doing all this sliding, they going to slide right on your ass. they gonna slide right on your ass. The game, man. We gotta pay attention though. We gotta pay attention, man. We watched Durk rise, and now we watching Durk fall, man. We watched Durk rise. Now we watching the fall. The game. I hope y'all paying attention to this, man. For real. Because Durk was in position, man. In position. Career went to the level where he wanted it to go. And, you know, he allowed that street mentality that, you know, once you get a different kind of bag, that street mentality got to go out the window, man. I'm going to keep it a bean. I'm going to keep it a straight fucking bean. Once you get a certain bag, that street mentality has to go out the window. You have to let that street mentality go, or it's going to take you out the damn window. And we got to be real. Because if you don't, they're going to get you. It's no way they're going to allow you to lead with violence. I keep saying this, man. I'm going to say it over and over to let the people understand this. And you should tell your peoples, if you are in position, if your money is okay and you doing whatever you doing, if you in the street, whatever you doing, they're not going to allow you to lead with violence, man. I'm going to tell y'all that right now. They are not going to allow you to lead with violence. They'll let you run the street and hustle, right? And have a notion that you doing something. They'll let you survive out in them streets and hustle. But once you start knocking shit off, it's over for you, man. And this what happened with Durkio. Durkio thought he was the ex-hitman, because you know they said Durk, I guess, was doing hits before, allegedly, right? So now he's the ex-hitman that now he's the recruiter. And in this situation, he tricked himself out of position, man. Durkio had the game in the chokehold, man. You know, they all wanted to feature with Durk. Durk was telling people who couldn't do what and what. Nah, I'm not putting him on my album. If you do a song with him, you will not get no play. This how Durk was doing jokers, man. And from what we see, this was the way he tricked himself out of position.
Correct me if I'm wrong. The only way authorities can know that information is because of co-conspirator 2, right? That person has to be cooperating. Otherwise, if this isn't, they're talking about it, how else would they know they talked about it?
Right. There has to be some kind of corroborating information that can prove up both sides of that conversation that they allege took place.
Yeah, that's the part that makes me feel like you might have some cooperating witnesses, which could be, you know, quite problematic for the defendants in this case. Talk to me about the attack. You know, we've been showing the surveillance footage, the surveillance photos of this. It's embedded in this indictment. The idea that they were following in broad daylight, parked the car, opened fire at a gas station. That is really, really brazen.
Stupid.
The attack was very
stupid,
very meticulous in the fact that they did some research. They followed them step by step, but the fact that they were willing to do it in broad daylight, I think just kind of gives you a peek into what their commitment level was to make this happen. There's almost a sense of urgency that pushed them, that there was something there that made them feel like if this doesn't happen now, then, you know, it's not going to happen. So there was something that motivated them to make it happen then, and they were willing to risk it all during the day, broad day at a gas station.
Is it hard to process a scene like that?
I think one of the things that would make that scene difficult is that you have so many civilians at that location that aren't experienced in the gang world. And so you may have moms there pumping gas. You may have day laborers that are there stopping to make a break at the bathroom. And the first thing you think as a civilian when you hear gunshots is you're concerned for your own safety. So in terms of being able to get details of where the shots came from, what your suspect looked like, license plate numbers, things of that nature, is going to be very hard because people are disconnected from that type of activity.
I just can't imagine what would have happened if the bullet hit the gas pump, what that could have resulted in. That is just really, really frightening to think about. I mean, we're talking about a tragic death of somebody as well. One of the things that, is disturbing too, and I hate talking about it, but this is another case of prominent rappers who are caught up in the legal system, who are accused of being part of gangs. We covered the YSL case. From your experience, maybe looking into these kinds of, gang-affiliated cases, what are some of the hallmarks that you're seeing here? What would you like to know as you're moving through this?
Well, Jesse, obviously, one of the things that's been synonymous with drill music, and specifically this genre of rap or hip hop that Lil Durk was involved in, is that the streets and rap are one and the same. You can't rap about this type of activity if you're not actually living that lifestyle. And so in order to have that backing, which is largely from the street culture and from other criminals, you have to be committing acts of crime. And so if you're not committing those acts, you lose your fan base. And so one of the things that I would dig deep into with this investigation is just really looking into and fact finding. You mentioned earlier that they're going to use some of his lyrics in one of his songs against him. The investigators have to really be careful to make sure that their timeline of when the song was released and these events line up, because it could be talking about a shooting, but now you run across the issue of making sure that it's this specific shooting and not some other shooting.
By the way, I wanted to just ask you one more question, which some prosecutors would say is strong evidence that Mr. Banks had an involvement in this, is the idea that he was fleeing. He knows that his alleged co-conspirator is
that didn't look good for
tries
Durk
to
either.
Flee the country. I interviewed Bradford Cohen, who's a prominent celebrity defense attorney, and he said, sure.
It looks real bad on Durk that he was trying to flee. I'm not even going to lie. It looks bad. That's why, he had no shot of ever getting bail, because the flights, and no judge is going to agree with that, Yeah, you were trying to roll out. You were trying to leave. And they're going to have that as a great deal of consideration on your bail. And the world is seeing this now. So when he goes to trial, a jury is going to know this. You know what I'm saying? A jury is going to know this, man. Y'all better pay attention, man. A jury is going to see that Durk was trying to flee. Come on, man. Come on, man. And what are you going to say? Nothing. There's nothing to say. You can't say nothing. You were trying to flee. You booked a flight here, here, here. The jury's going to hear this. You hear me? So when the jury says, well, why did you book 3 different flights going to different places if you didn't do nothing? We have to be real with this one, man. The jury is going to say, why did he book, when they go back and deliberate, why did he book these different flights in different places if he wasn't trying to flee? It looks bad for Durk, man. It looks bad for Durk. It don't look good. Only the family is over. That was the past, man. And we watched this whole thing go downhill for Durk, man. Anytime I see these rappers and their crews be behind them, I already know what's gonna come, because you got too many different people and different personalities around you and different influences, right? If you not strong-headed, your people going to influence you to be involved in some BS. And if you are strong-headed, they going to be saying you getting soft. You hear what I'm saying? Listen to this, y'all. They're going to say, you soft, man. Why you getting soft on us, man? Shit. If this was back then, you would be ready to slide, right? This is the shit that goes on. So now you got this peer pressure from the people that supposed to be your boys, giving you a different level of peer pressure. And you feel like, man, I got to slide on this one, man. Damn. And I'm wondering if Durk's mind, right? Maybe some of these times he really didn't want to slide, but he felt that he had to because of the pressure around him. Maybe it was times that Durk really didn't even want to slide, but he had to slide because the people around him said, man, you getting soft, man. Come on, man. You getting soft, man. We got to do this for Vaughn. We got to do this for D-Thing. Right? And it changed the game. Because now, Durk in there sick right now. You hear me?
It could look like that. But what it also could be is sometimes clients, sometimes defendants, they might know that police are going to arrest them, even if they know they're innocent, they have nothing to do with this, but they know that police are going to arrest them, thinking they're involved. And they will purposely book flights to see if they get flagged. Because if the flights get flagged, then they know that there's a warrant out for their arrest or they're about to be arrested. What do you make of that?
Well, I honestly, I think that, the squeaky wheel gets the oil. And I think in this scenario, pressure was applied. And I think that Lil Durk needed a little more time to think and gather his thoughts. Now, whether that meant he was involved or not, to the extent that they're alleging, I don't know. But I do believe that he was trying to buy himself some more time to kind of get away from the situation and kind of grasp what was really going on.
All right, well, we will see where this goes next. Again, little development here. He's been extradited.
Yeah, man. It's over for Durk. It's like time is up. The gig is up. I don't see Durk getting out of this situation. The best I can see is if the prosecution wants to be lenient to give Durk like a 30-year deal. I don't see Durk getting nothing sweet, though. Even with Drew Finley, you know how Wyatt Finn got that sweet deal where he's supposed to be home next month. I don't see Durk getting no deal like that. And I'm going to be real honest. I don't see it happening. Being as though that they say he paid for the hits, man. Durk got the money. They used his credit cards to book the flights. And then they have witnesses pointing Durk out, man. The game. This is a lesson learned for other people, hopefully. You got a whole bunch of people around you. It's bad influence, man. You're dealing with too many personalities. Too many different people in your space, man. And he might not have really wanted to slide the way he was sliding, but he had jokers around him that were willing to crash out. Let's think about it like that. He might not have really wanted to slide, but he got the jokers around him that's willing to crash out, saying, man, listen, man, you just give me a 10-20 ball, man. We're going to do this. Right? And he got it to do it. He not going to slide, but I'm going to pay for the slide. And that shit came straight back on him. That was the worst decision he made in his life. Out of all the sliding Durk might have done in his life, the worst decision Durk made was to pay for the sliding on Vaughn, allegedly. Pay for the sliding on his brother, allegedly. Those were the worst thing Durk could have done, man. Out of all the things he probably got away with, he probably got away with sliding on some other stuff before, right? But the worst thing he did was sliding on these situations, putting it in his music, like the feds ain't watching, man. They watching, man. And it got real. This situation got real. It's over for Durk, man. I don't see Durk coming back. I don't see him getting out of this one. I ain't even gonna lie to you. You never know, though. Things happen. You feel me? Situations happen. It could be a technicality in the situation. You feel me? It could definitely be a technicality to get Durk off. But it's overwhelming evidence because they got confidential informants, man. Once they got them confidential informants, people talking on you, it makes the case a lot stronger. Lil Durk, it ain't. I don't think it's looking too good for him, man. Yeah, man. I don't think it's looking too good for him, man. You know, and I appreciate all y'all watching the channel. If you haven't already hit that subscribe button, hit that subscribe button for me, man. I appreciate it. Yeah. The game. These dudes got in position, though, to go to jail, man. Damn, dummies. I ain't even gonna hold you. Like, you don't even give yourself a chance to come back. You feel me? Like, come on, man. You don't even give yourself a chance to get a restart at life fucking around with the murder for hire, man. Damn. And it's like, you know, when you young, you make some crazy decisions, right? But sometimes you might make a decision you can't take back. And I think Durk is what, like 32? Durk might be like 32 years old, right? So they saying this was in 2022. So he was 30. He was 30, man. And they got another situation with Quando, Rondo, his peoples. So it's like, you was in your 30s, bro. You knew better. You made it through your 20s in them situations where you and Vaughn was fighting cases. You made it through them situations. But I guess he thought I could still do this shit. Come on, man. Them youngins out there that supporting this dumb shit, they got space in there for you. I'm going to tell you that right now. The jail, they got room. You know how some people think, oh, man, the jail is packed. Nah, they got some room. They got room for your ass. Straight up. Durk looking crazy, man. And Vaughn dead. Quando, he in the can. Not yet. Next month. YB in the can. But damn, YB only got 27 months. He got a deuce to do. I think they gave him time served for some of that time he was sitting down. So he only got a deuce to do. But the time they gonna give Durk gonna be a number you can't do. You hear me? I'm gonna tell you that right now. That time they gonna give Durk gonna be a number you can't do, man. You said, when are they gonna release who? When they gonna release who? Who you talking about? Hey, Ryan, who you talking about? When they gonna release who? I know you ain't talking about Durk. I know you ain't talking about Durk. Durk fried chicken, Ryan. Rylan. Durk is fried chicken. Done. Finito. He finito, bro. It's over. It's over for Durk, man. Ain't no releasing Durk. Durk got these dudes paying for the travel on his credit card. He got the dudes inside telling on him, man. They telling on him. They got people's name redacted in the indictment. It's over. It's over for Durk, man. Durk, he better hope he get a plea to a 30 ball. He better hope. Because he got people telling, man. Straight up. I'ma just keep it real. It's over. You got people telling and cooperating, telling everything, and it's the details is adding up. Man, ain't no damn release Durk. He done. Nigga in position. Hey, listen, the only way Durk is getting out of this is a technicality, bro. Something that the feds makes a mistake. And we all know, this is well known, documented to the whole entire world. The feds got a 98% conviction rate. 97, it's 90 something. And they know Durk is a well-known paid rapper that can afford any attorney he want. They not coming on no BS, bro. Not the feds, bro. They would have left to the states. That's why the feds didn't pick up Young Thug's case. I'm going to tell you that now. That's why they didn't pick up Young Thug's case, because they knew it was fucked up. So they let the state get a try at this shit. The feds straight pick fucking Durk shit up because they know it's a fried chicken joint. He said he would have to give info for past murders for the. Listen, there you go, PG Productions. There you go. He would have to tell in order for him to get time down. That's just like Alpo. Durk would have to turn into Alpo. I'm going to tell you that right now. The only way Durk is going to get off, he had to be an Alpo. Alpo was doing the murder for hire, paying niggas to kill niggas, right? But he had to tell on all 14 murders to get 30 years. Durk is going to have to tell on some murders that nobody knows who got caught for it because nobody got caught. So he's going to have to give some cases up for Durk to get out of this, man. That's the only way Durk is getting out of this. And I can bet my bottom dollar. The feds laid on Durk. I played the video earlier of they knew last year that the murder that they about to charge Durk with, allegedly for the murder for hire, with the guy Stephen Mack, the return hit for the D thing when his brother got killed. They looked at Durk a year ago for this. They already knew it was a murder for hire. They just never grabbed Durk. Durk making these songs, putting all this stuff inside the songs. Now they got the evidence. They got text messages on Durk. They got the flight records. They got people telling, man, and then they got him booking the flights to run. When a jury hears this shit, it's over, man. It's over. It's over. Yeah, listen. They solved FBG Duck's case and all. You hear me? They got all 5 of them dudes got jammed up. And I'm sure somebody in there talking too. They had witnesses that we don't know about. You know, they got a couple of the witnesses that we do know about. The dude, FBG Butter and the Trenches News dude. Yeah. So we knew about them testifying, but it's people that was more people testifying. They found all them dudes guilty. It's real. You said I'm from Chicago, so you can get away with a lot out here. And I'm sure you can. Yes. But that's why they be going hard. That's why they go so hard, because a lot of people get away. But when you a big figure like Durk, you can get away with something. But, you know, black people, once they steal from the store, they want to keep going back to the same store and stealing more. This is how people think. They steal out the store, they're going to keep going in the store stealing. He was definitely too relaxed, though. He was definitely. Man, listen, we can say innocent, bro. I got to look at the evidence. You know what I mean? I've been to trial. You feel what I'm saying? I've been to trial 5 times. We just got to look at the evidence, bro. If the evidence is saying what it's saying, the only way Durk is going to beat this is on a technicality. I don't know if you ever been to trial, right, Ryland? I don't know if you've been to trial, but I've been to trial. You know what I'm saying? I picked 12. I did it 5 times. I picked them. You feel what I'm saying? I sat there and went through the jury process. I know what it's like. And the only way Durk is going to beat this is on a technicality. That's the only way. It's too much evidence. And the feds only need 2 people to testify. They got them. That's why they came for Durk. They only need 2 people. That's it. They got 2 people corroborating the story. That's your ass. That's your ass. A jury's going to listen to these 2 people identify what happened. And then they got people saying he paid for the hit. They have a person that was involved in that shooting that killed Quando's cousin. They have a person that's involved now telling. I just played the part of the indictment where they said co-conspirator number 2. They not naming him. They're not naming co-conspirator 2 because he is the rat. So the only way Durk gonna get out of this, he gonna have to rat. He gonna have to be an Alpo. Do we care about being an Alpo? His dad just did like 30 years in the can, just got out. He held up solid. So is he ready to, you know what I'm saying? And they try to give Durk the elbow. So I doubt that they even try to give him a 30-year plea deal unless he's cooperating. This is my opinion. You said I haven't been to trial, bro. Unfortunately, that's good. Hey, Rock, that's good. That is good. Stay the hell out of trouble. You feel what I'm saying? I changed my whole entire life. I'm not getting in shit. You hear me? Trust me. I'll walk away for some shit. I ain't getting in nothing. So But from my experiences, I'm just telling you, only way Durk gonna beat this shit is if he tell or a technicality. But the evidence is showing right here in front of us from what they said. They got the video surveillance of all these jokers. Both murders. I played the video surveillance from the murder from the Sean Mack dude, Stephen Mack, excuse me, where they said that he retaliated for his brother D thing, right? They haven't charged Durk with that situation yet, but they about to. And they knew back in January of 03, I think, or was it 03 or 04, on January 04, that it was a murder for hire situation. You feel me? They knew that it was a murder for hire, but they haven't charged him yet. And they got Durk in the can where they want him to be at, so it ain't no rush to charge him. But they coming with the indictment. I already know that. Durk is cooked, man. And then listen, bro, I don't know if you was watching, but I played the joint. Durk played the video, right, of the news with Quando, Rondo on there screaming and crying and his little cousin on the ground dead. Durk put that clip in his video right after this shit happened. Now, how fucking dumb is that? Like, honestly, how fucking stupid is that? You rapping about this shit, right? Then you play the clip from right after this dude got killed with the niggas that you slid through, that they're saying you sent the hit through, right? Now listen to me. They're saying Durk set this hit up and he put the fucking clip of the news of Quando crying and yelling, and then he raps on the beat after the shit about the killing. Come on, man. Dumb niggas, man. Straight up. Now, I understand, right? Like bro said, PG Production, you from Chicago, right? I understand. But that shit happens in Chicago and they let a lot of that shit go. But when the feds, you out of a different jurisdiction in LA and shit like that, this shit happened in LA. So you in LA killing some shit, right? Man, they gonna knock your ass in the dirt. Durk fried chicken, man. I'm gonna be real with you. Ain't no fucking way Durk getting out of this shit unless he tell. Nigga put this shit in his song, man. How stupid is that though? It's like, how fucking dumb is that? You put the exact clip of the hit that you organized in your fucking song? Man, nigga stupid, man. I ain't even gonna hold you. Ain't nothing smart about Durk. He just had some money and he had the people behind him, man. Nigga dumb, man. You said I moved out of town, got hit with charges. I would never get hit with in Chicago. You see what I'm saying? It's a little different. When you go out of town, they holding shit on you. In Chicago, they letting shit go because they know it's a fucking zoo, bro. I ain't even gonna hold you. They letting shit go. They letting niggas just kill each other, man. They know it's a fucking zoo, man. You feel me? They don't give a fuck. But you go out of town and you somewhere else, they trying to uphold their community. And I want to say this. Bro said fried chicken. That nigga fried chicken, bro. Fried up. But listen, though. They been watching Durk. They see the video, so you knew they was coming. Like, what the fuck? I'm sure after it registered, like, yo, I did something dumb as a motherfucker. Crazy. And we all know, right? Chicago had declared that shit, I think it was 2 years ago. It might have been 2 or 3 years ago, where they was saying if you even had a murder charge, right? Long as you move the fuck out of Chicago, we not coming to look for you. What the fuck? They said, I guess long as it wasn't first degree murder, second degree and down. If you move the fuck out of Chicago and get your ass out of here, we not coming to find you. Just get the fuck out of Chicago. That's how you know fucking Chicago fucked up. And it's crazy. They're willing to let people go that they know did some shit as long as you get the fuck out of here. Now that's deep as a motherfucker. I am not going. That is some deep ass shit. Them telling you, long as you move the fuck out of here, we ain't gonna come look for you, knowing you did some shit. Nigga. Man, shit. I don't ever want to go to Chicago. What the fuck? It's like, I never understood this shit though. I really don't understand this shit. Why the fuck do niggas want to go where the destruction is so that they can say they went there? Can y'all tell me this though? I gotta understand this shit, man. Why do niggas want to go where they say it's the bottom of the barrel just to say you went there to risk your goddamn life? Come on, man. Man, you got to be crazy. I come from the hood. Why the fuck do I want to go to another hood just to say I went there? Come on, how the hell do we think like this? This shit be crazy. I want to understand this shit. I can't understand it. Why the fuck do you want to go where you don't know nobody? You can get killed just to say, yo, I went to O Block. I went to O Block. Nigga, I don't want to go to fucking O Block. You get one fucking life. This shit is fucking, it's fucking loony. It's crazy. Why the fuck do I want to go to O Block and risk my goddamn life just to say I went to O Block? Nigga, let O Block be what O Block the fuck's at. I want to enjoy this fucking life. But this is how we think, and it's so fucking crazy. We get to listen to these niggas. These niggas is fucking crazy. Durk literally put this shit all in his music, and we looking at it like he might beat it. Hell no. That's why the feds laid on him. And you know what they did? They let this nigga get super, super, super comfortable, right? And they let this nigga continue to put this shit in his music, right? Because he had been doing this shit, right? And they allowed Durk, go ahead, put it in your music. But when he detailed that shit with Quando, Rondo, and put that shit in there of the news clipping, and you the one that they saying organized the fucking hit, nigga, you was fucking retarded, man. I can't even feel sorry for the nigga. I'm looking at Durk like you was a dummy. I don't fuck how many rollies you had, how much money you had, how many Rolls Royces you rode around, how big your mansion was. Nigga, you was stupid, nigga. Straight up. You ordered the hit and then put the hit clip in your fucking song? So that's why I'm telling you, they're going to take every fucking thing Durk owns. Everything Durk owns is gone. Because he used his fucking music to profit off the fucking murder for hire, man. I want y'all to pay attention to that shit. That's why Durk is done. Durk used his fucking music to profit off the murder for hire. And they know he was the one that organized the hit. So when they start coming to these niggas that's on the case, right? And start saying the detail, well, look, Durk said this, and you were the one that did it. What the fuck you think these niggas gonna do, man? Let's keep it a fucking beam, man. Come on, man. And I say this shit all the time. Why would a nigga go out here and kill something for you, right? And get life in jail while you go out here and enjoy your fucking self? They don't even get to enjoy the money. Whatever money you were supposed to pay them, they might not have got the shit, right? And if they did get it, they blew it. It's gone. So you expect a nigga to sit in jail for you for life while you go ahead and talk that shit out there? Man, y'all better pay attention, man. Shit's a fucking illusion, man. It's a fucking illusion. Big facts. Big facts. It's a fucking illusion, man. And we see now that Durk played himself, tricked himself out of position. Nigga was in position that everybody wished they was in that was a rapper. He was able to tell who could be on the song, who he wouldn't feature with. If you did a song with them, I ain't fucking with you. Durk had a different level of power in the game, right? The power that a lot of jokers wish they had. And what'd he do? He played himself, man. And we gotta be real with this shit, man. Durk literally played himself out of position when he had it locked. Durk had this shit locked, man. Had the game in the chokehold. But, you know, he couldn't let the shit go. You know what I'm saying? He was supposed to understand that Vaughn was a casualty to the fucking streets, to the game. If he would have understood that shit, he would have moved on different, man. This nigga tried to slide for Vaughn and he still didn't hit the target, man. You had some goofies, some straight fucking goofies, go out here and shoot some shit up and shoot the wrong shit, bro. You shot somebody that ain't had nothing to do with this shit. Yeah. Durk straight fumbled the ball, bro. I'm going to keep it a beam, man. Durk fumbled the ball all the way. Straight fumbled the ball, man. And this is an example that we need to be paying attention to. We need to be looking at this shit. Like, come on, bro. You was in a whole nother bracket. And you came from the dirt. Like bro, PG Production said, Chicago is crazy. You came from the motherfucking mud. You made it out the mud just to go to jail? Come on, man. We got to be smarter, people. We got to think a lot smarter, man. The objective is to get out the streets, man. Live life. Sometimes it takes others longer than others, right? And sometimes people don't get another shot. It can happen to whoever. And I honestly, from me looking at this shit, I don't think Durk is going to be able to beat it. Durk going to have to tell. That's my opinion on this shit. I really think Durk going to have to tell, man. I don't see no other way. Especially when you got people testifying against you and the evidence that you put in your damn music. Nigga, you put this shit in your damn music, bro. Everybody was running around bumping this shit, right? We all listening to this shit, bumping this shit, right? And he put this shit in there right after the motherfucker got killed, man. Right after Quando's cousin got killed. Durk put this shit in the music, man. The connection is all there. He can't even hide from the connection. It's like, damn, bro. It's crazy. Especially to make it to that level, man. But we seeing what's going on. Ain't nobody safe, man. I'm gonna keep it real. Ain't nobody safe, man. I don't care how much money you got. I don't care how much money you got. You don't own nothing and you don't run nothing, man. They can strip that shit anytime. I want y'all to fucking pay attention to this shit, man. You don't own nothing. They can strip that shit anytime. You don't even own you. Because if they want to pick you the fuck up, right, and take you to the mental hospital and say you crazy, that's where the fuck you going. You said, I heard he got a good lawyer. Yes, he got a good lawyer, bro. But I'm guaranteed the lawyer going to tell him, man, you going to have to tell. This is what I'm thinking. The lawyer going to tell Durk, man, you might have to cooperate in this situation. This might be a situation that you got to cooperate, bro. Being as though that they got all this evidence, all these dudes that supposed to be your crew and they locked up, right? And you don't know who's testifying. You don't know who's telling. Durk ain't got no choice but to tell, man. Unless he want to sit down for the elbow. Because I doubt they even give Durk a sweet plea. They might give Durk like a 30, 35-year plea. Just because who his lawyer is. And this is just me, saying. I think that's just because who his lawyer is, they might give him a 30, 35-year plea deal. Real shit. If it was any other lawyer, I wouldn't say that. Just because they know who his lawyer is. But you better understand the feds don't respect them niggas lawyers. They don't respect them niggas lawyers. Everybody respects the feds. The lawyers respect the feds. The feds is the prosecution of the United States of America. I hope y'all understand that shit, right? Durk was indicted by the United States of America. That's a big ass corporation. You hear me? That's a big ass corporation. Durk was indicted by the United States of America. He wasn't indicted by Illinois. He wasn't indicted by California. He was indicted by the United States of America. So you better understand That's his ass. You hear me? And that's why I don't see Durk getting out of this one, man. We already know. I ain't heard no cases that the feds picked up for a murder for hire that they ain't get a conviction. And if they get a plea deal, that's a conviction. So I don't know too many cases that the feds done picked up for murder for hire and Joker done got away with it. Come on, man. Y'all see what's going on here, man. They let Durk run for a while because they knew about that other murder for a minute. And the crazy thing is, right, they let Durk ride on that murder. They let Durk ride on that murder, and now they ready to charge him. They charged him with Quando's cousin's murder first when they been knew about this other murder. And they knew it was a murder for hire. But now, I'm going to tell you how they got real slick. They dropped it on the news to everybody. But they said Durk hasn't been charged yet. So what that does is it's going to get some people to come forward. And they know Durk is locked up. So when somebody's locked up, it makes people more ease to come forward on a case like that. That's why they not letting jokers out. They know if Durk is out, then it's a possibility he can sway the victim or the witness from coming to court, right? But being as though they got Durk locked up in the can, they already know somebody ready to come forward and give some more testimony. Somebody ready to sit in front of the grand jury and tell them what happened. This is the game, man. People think that it's some real type street code out there. A lot of things in life is fabricated, man. I want y'all to know this shit and understand this shit. A lot of things in life are fabricated, and you better know this shit.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you think Durk getting out, you tripping. Straight up. He gonna have to tell, man. The feds done came, man. Y'all see what they did to Supreme Griff? Nigga beefing with 50. Y'all see what they did. When the feds come and grab your ass with that murder shit, they got a case, man. I'm going to tell you that right fucking now. I want y'all to understand this. When the feds come and grab you with some murder shit, they got a case, man. It ain't no peon shit. It's some serious business going down with Durk, man. All them chains, jewelry, cars, crib, that shit don't mean nothing when they talking about murder in the feds. And we watching this shit right in front of our eyes, and the details that they are putting out are adding up. Durk going and put Quando Rondo out there crying on the scene of his cousin being killed in his music video was the damaging thing that Durk could have ever did, man. Y'all think about that shit. A jury watching the man cry in front of his cousin's death on your music video, and you were the one that's saying that put the hit out? Man, what y'all think the fucking jury gonna think? The jury gonna look at this shit like, oh man, this nigga was motherfucking ruthless. Guilty. Let's keep it a bean now. The feds gonna look at this shit like, yo, this nigga was ruthless, man. He was real ruthless. For him to put this shit in his video like you can't be touched, nigga, shit. We gonna see. We all gonna be watching this shit, you know. They ain't gonna have no cameras in the courtroom, but they definitely gonna be reporting about this shit. And the crazy shit is they got Durk's trial scheduled for January. That's the crazy thing. Durk's trial is scheduled for fucking January, man. And he got locked up in October. They even got Diddy shit pushed out to May. That's because they got a solid case on Durk, man. I'm going to keep it real and keep it a bean with y'all. They got a solid case on Durk. They got people definitely telling about these murders, man. And I guarantee you, they might do it before the year's out, or they might wait till the new year. But they're going to drop the indictment. I mean, they're going to indict Durk on the murder for hire right here with his brother, with the retaliation allegedly for his brother D thing. Man, them feds is on Durk, man. And they've been watching Durk for so long and allowed Durk to continue to put this shit in his music, man. They allowed Durk, go ahead. You making it easy for us. You not making us work. They not making the motherfucking feds work. They did all the work for the feds, right? And said here, and gave the feds everything. They gave the feds everything, man. I'ma be real. They gave the feds everything. Durk said, here. You want my music video? Here. Why would he put that inside his video? That was the dumbest thing Durk did, man. Why would Durk put that inside his video, man? Oh, man. They know that's how we think, though. That's why it make it so easy for us to get knocked the fuck off. That's the way we think. Straight goofy. Come on, man. You think these people ain't got a job to do? Durk act like the feds ain't thinking about him. Come on, man. You rich. They not. Come on, man. You rich. They not. These niggas work every day. They money ain't nowhere near yours. Their dick get hard by taking these niggas down. Every time. You got a whole bunch of niggas around you. They dick get hard. They say, okay, we gonna sit here. They at your shows. They everywhere you at. They just waiting on their moment. And we see here, they waited real good on Durk. They waited on Durk. Waited on him. They gave Durk the key to Chicago. And then they rocked his motherfucking bell. You hear me? They gave Durk the key to Chicago and then rocked his motherfucking bell, man. We see what's going on here, man. And ain't no taking it back. Ain't no taking it back now. That shit's done. It's done. They went all the way with it. Use Durk's credit cards. Text messages on the phone. Come on now. Somebody telling. Come on now. You put the shit in your video. Come on now. That's 4 things. Solid now. Solid. Come on, man. Y'all know what it is, man. Durk fried chicken, man. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate everybody watching, man. I appreciate y'all, man. If you haven't already subscribed to the channel, hit that subscribe button, man. I appreciate that, man. We working on our way to 4K subscribers, man. We bringing in 2025 in a couple weeks, though, you know. And stick with your boy. I guarantee you by 2026, I'm going to have this motherfucker lit. I guarantee you. I guarantee you. I'm fresh at this shit. I'm new right now. Don't nobody know me. But by 2026, I'm going to have this motherfucker lit. I know I am. It's over for Durk, though, man. It's over for Durk, man. We watched the rise and fall of Durk, man. We watched it. Everybody. We seen it. Durk was supposed to make sure he stayed away from that bullshit. I appreciate it, PG Production. I appreciate it. I'm definitely grinding, bro. I'm finding this motherfucker. I'm going to get it. I'm going to get in the pocket and I'm going to get it. You know what I'm saying? All these jokers that's big out there, I'm going to be there. You know? I was big other places, right? I know I could be big here. You hear me? Living positive, feeling good. And you know, I'm going to here deliver the story. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to deliver the message. You know, some people might not like the story. Some people might not like the message. But I'm going to deliver this motherfucker. You hear me? Real rap. Yeah. And you know, I'm about to put my story out there. You know what I'm saying? I'm just getting my subscribers up a little bit. I'm about to put my story out. When I put my story out, it might make my shit jump hard. You feel what I'm saying? How I went to trial and how I've been through different situations. You know, once I start putting my stories out, I know it's going to turn me up more. You feel me? I already know. But I'm getting in the groove of making sure that I keep delivering, making sure I'm consistent. You know, I'm trying to make sure I come on 12:31 every day. So I'm putting that thing down and putting this time in. And once I grasp some of these things that I need to grasp with this thing, I'm going to have it lined up. I'm just working on this joint, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm coming from the bottom. You know what I'm saying? Y'all seeing me come from the bottom. From the bottom. You feel me? And, you know, I've been through a whole lot of adversities. And eventually we going to talk about them. Eventually, I promise you. A whole bunch. And they real interesting stories. Real interesting situations. You know? But with this situation with Durk and Quando, Durk didn't even get Quando out of here. And we looking at it. Nigga, you did all this shooting at Quando. King Von did all this running up on Quando. Quando's still here. YB still here. Vaughn done played himself to death. And Durk done played himself off the street. Like, when we watch this shit, right? We see how real it is. You feel me? When we watch this shit, we see how real it is. Shit is real. For shizzle. You hear me? Yeah. And if you want to call in, right? You can call in. The number's on the screen. If you got an opinion about something, I'm willing to hear it. We're going to let you talk live. You know? That's what the number's up there for. So if you want to call, y'all can call in. And I'm willing to hear what you got to say. Your opinion about Durk. Opinion about Quando. You know? How you feel about it? You know? If you think Durk going to get off, Rylan, you can call in. You know what I'm saying? You think he should be free, you can call in. We want to hear you talk about it. You feel me? I want to hear what you got to say about it. You know? And I want to tell you why I think he cooked. You feel me? I want to tell you why I think he's not going to get back out of this. When it comes for that murder game, they not playing with the murder game, man. Especially when you hitting innocent people. You know what I'm saying? Quando's cousin was an innocent bystander. He ain't had nothing to do with that beef, right? So you better know, and it was in LA. They shot up a gas station. Broad daylight. Man, you better know them feds was coming. I don't know how they thought the feds wasn't coming for that. These niggas followed these dudes around for hours, right? And the feds got tracking of these dudes' every move because the rental cars had GPS on them. Y'all understand that, right? These new cars all got GPS on them. Like, niggas go get a rental car and think they ain't being tracked. Nigga, you crazy. They all got navigation systems in them. They tracking everything. They went back, grabbed the vehicles, breezed through the navigation, and seen everywhere these niggas went, man. Went and get the cameras. Watched everywhere they did. They even knew that these dudes was parked behind Quando and them before they shot at him, right? They knew that they went to different stores, where they were parked at and everything. They knew all this shit. The feds now. So Quando didn't even know. When I think Vlad was telling him, they didn't know. Little Tim, they didn't know. They didn't know. These niggas had been following them, but the feds knew everything because they went back and got the navigation system. Niggas don't pay attention to that shit. You feel me? Niggas don't pay attention to that shit, bro. Niggas don't pay attention to that shit, bro. And from what we see now, it's over for him, man. And I'm telling you, mark my word, the only way Durk getting out of this is if he tell. A technicality. That's it. It's the only way Durk getting out of this joint, man. Real rap. Straight up. Yeah, man. But I appreciate everybody that watches the channel, man. I appreciate it, man. If you haven't already subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Hit that like button for me. Share this video. Your boy DZ on the rise, you hear me? We on our way to 4K subscribers, you know? Check my shorts out. You know, I'm doing shorts 2 times a day, every day. But yeah, man, we about to get out of here. I appreciate y'all. And we gonna get back with y'all, man. You know, it's your boy DZ, man. You already know it's not about the setback. It's about the get back. Now. Yes, sir. And go check that merch out for your boy. SBGBTV.com. Yes, sir.